Hello, how to hypnotize analytical clients quickly and easily. My name is Paul. I'm a hypnotherapist. I also teach other hypnotherapists and do some mentoring for them as well. In this video, I want to be showing a very simple, easy process to help you work with what we call analytical, skeptical, or even difficult therapy clients. Now, the first thing I want to ask you is who has decided that this particular client is difficult or analytical or skeptical? Perhaps they've come to you because they've tried everything before. They've been with other therapists and nothing has worked. Maybe they worked with a therapist who didn't have the confidence, the experience, or the expertise, or was using a method that wasn't suited to helping that particular client. Perhaps the client themselves has said, you know what, I'm a difficult client because I can't be hypnotized, or I'm just skeptical. I don't think this can work, but I'm so desperate. I need your help. So make it work. So what do we do? Well, the first thing I would strongly suggest you do is, and I'm not being facetious here, don't try and hypnotize them. If the client has told you they're very skeptical and they can't be hypnotized, why are you going to go through that entire process of trying to get them to relax and use deepeners and go to a script and all that kind of process? They're going to probably be sitting there thinking, well, it's another time it hasn't worked, it's boring, not working, failed. We need to drop all of these conclusions, all of these assumptions that we have made. What we need to do, or what we need to do, is to put your entire focus on your client. Listen very, very carefully to what they're saying. Watch their facial movements. Look for unconscious moments. And even if they're quite skeptical, even if they are analytical, even if they are difficult, they will still have unconscious moments. Now, they may be quite short, they may be like that, which is why you need to be paying close attention. You also need to ask short, open-ended questions. Now, my favorite start for an open-ended question is how. Because how, you can't give an immediate answer. You can't say next week or yesterday or in 5 minutes. You can do that with when or where or who. You can give a very short answer. We want to be more, how can I put this? We need the clients to kind of let go of that logical way of thinking, that linear way of thinking. So by asking short, open-ended questions, by having more pauses between when you say something. Notice that I stopped. Have more pauses. Give them time to think. Give their mind time to review what you're saying. Ask them abstract questions. Don't fall into the trap of having a conversation that stays at the conscious level. Use those unconscious moments to expand them, to, I don't know, stack them up on top of each other so that after a short period of time, you start to have bigger and bigger and bigger unconscious moments. You start to notice them expanding because you've slowed down. You're asking those open-ended questions. You are focusing on the client. You are listening to them very carefully. For most people, having you listening to them, it's probably the first time someone has listened to them really intently and really closely and paid that much attention to them in the longest time. So use that. Use the fact that you are listening and focusing on your client. Because guess what? They'll start to have more and more unconscious moments, and they'll start to go to this place that we call trance to help them solve the problem. Become a specialist. Look forward to working with difficult people. Look forward to working with analytical and skeptical people. Because guess what? Those other therapists who aren't able to deal with this kind of person will start referring them to you, or people will start hearing about you being the person who can deal with skeptical, difficult, analytical persons. Because they're all conclusions. They're all assumptions that we make because of our past experiences. So if you can take a client on because somebody says they're difficult, just take them on as a client. Work with them in the way that you usually work, but just be more focused and more attentive and asking more open-ended questions, more unusual questions, repeat stuff. The most important part of this, though, is to focus intently on your client. Get rid of all the scripts, get rid of all the deepeners, get rid of all that process you've been taught, you've been trained to use, because it isn't going to work. Not with clients who think they are skeptical, who think they are difficult, who think they are analytical. It just won't work. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.